Hey, shalom, 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 shalom. This is Naaman with the Great Millstone Camp here in D.C. Back for another video. But first and foremost, call Allah Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hashem Rakah Hakwadash, and of course, once again, double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations also go out to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and byways, all right, pushing truth across four corners of the earth. Aided, of course, by the many, many videos that go up on a daily. All right, and that are there to serve as edification, primarily for the remaining hopeful elect of our people. All right, that's primarily what we do it for. That's what we were called to do, try to wake up that remnant, all right, the elect of our people, because as the prophecies dictate, hey, time is short out here. All right, this system, this devil's rulership is crumbling. All right. Fast. All right. Here's the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All right. Don't you just hate it when you make a whole video and at least this time I caught it, you play it back and there's no sound. All right, so hopefully I've taken care of that. But here we go. Now I'm sure everybody's seen this video, Yellowstone, and I was just thinking, several days ago about the only way it could have been better if old boy's shoes had come off right there at the apex. All right, here we go.
Now to the frightening scene at Yellowstone National Park. A grandfather out on a walk with his grandson was attacked by a charging bison and thrown at least 8 feet into the air. He was injured but is expected to be okay. ABC's Melissa Dunn has the latest.
Tonight, these are the heart-stopping moments. A grandfather was attacked by a bison at Yellowstone National Park. The dramatic video posted online by a professional photographer shows a bison which can weigh more than 1,500 pounds charging after the 65-year-old, flipping him into the air. You see the man and his grandchild stop to take photos of the bison. Seconds later, the massive mammal then charges, chasing the family around trees before the man is thrown multiple feet into the air, seriously injuring him.
Look out, bison!
Another video shows the bison running past tents at a campsite before the incident. The grandfather is lucky to be alive. Millions of people visit Yellowstone every year to see the park's famous wildlife. Unfortunately, this is not the first time we've seen bison charging tourists.
As for that 65-year-old, he was hospitalized and is recovering from his injury.
40 years ago now, but I didn't do no dumb shit like this. Even with the elk, which, as I remember, they have strict rules, as far as hanging up your food and shit like that. But these people are just gluttons for punishment, man. They just, wow. Oh boy. Anyway, continuing on.
Yellowstone National Park warns people to keep at least 25 yards away from bison at all times, and if too close, you are warned to retreat immediately. Lindsay?
So glad to hear he'll be.
That's never going to get old. All right, but by contrast, let's check this out with Jake.
This is what happens when a bison meets a black man from America. Somebody look at this. He chose right up on him.
What's up,
Might be a female. I want one.
Look at this. Look at the comments. It says, the bison said, we both beat the odds, brother. Safe travels. Oh, even the bison looking like, damn, man, where y'all been? Bison, hey, my guy, we almost at the finish line. Just hang tight. And that's, that's the message that, we be trying to tell Jake, hey, we almost out, at least, various, especially amongst ourselves, Keep fighting. Keep praying. All right. Keep doing the work. We're almost out of here. All right. It says he even rubbed against the car like he was accepting them into the herd. He felt safe. Bison know it wasn't us that tried to kill them all. Animals can read calm spirits more than us, bro. Bison whisper. Even the bison feels safe around us. Bison. Hello, Buffalo Soldier. Bison. So you coming to the cookout on Saturday? All right. He was like, where the hell y'all been? The bison wasn't aggressive or anything. Yep, they know us. He's like, my folks told me all y'all was gone. You a miracle, G. The bison was like, Vive check pass. Go on, brother. That bison was like, they tried to exterminate us both after their arrival, but we're still here. All right. And, you know, that goes into the scripture I got on my... Oh, crap. Always does that. I'm sorry. Let's go to Romans. All right. Go down to 19. It says future glory. I'll go ahead and start at 18. The point is in 19. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. That's right. All right. Everything's waiting for us. Let's see. Now, you have to be careful of these because you got to consider who's writing this, but, you know, every now and then they get it right. It says, the apostle, fired with the thought of the future glory of the saints, pours forth this splendid passage in which he represents the whole creation groaning under its present degradation. All right? So let's look that up. Degradation means the process of something becoming worse, weaker, or losing its value, dignity, and respect. All right? By and large, that's what's happening to all of us. There's a scripture that talks about him wearing out the saints, and that he has. All right? It points to a drop to a lower quality or state. Common uses of degradation, environmental, the damage or ruin of nature, land, or water through pollution and human use. Social and personal, a deep loss of self-respect, honor, or social standing, leading to shame or poverty. And this is what this devil has, this piece of shit has done. And let me go back up, go back up here to Psalms, all right? Because that's essentially what he's done to Jake. This is Psalm 62. And the heading, of course, is my soul waits for the Most High alone. This is verse 4. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency. Remember, Psalms 83rd chapter. All right. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they cursed inwardly. Selah. And it says his excellency, or elevation to which the Most High hath raised him. Now, if you go back to Genesis, let's go back at the beginnings of this. Of course, in 25th chapter, when, if you understand in the spirit, it starts at Genesis 3rd and then 4th chapter it goes to. All right, expressly the 4th chapter. All right, so it says Abraham's death and his descendants. And as we scroll down here to around 19, this is the birth of the two brothers. All right, the birth of Esau and Jacob. We're talking about how and why they hate us so much. This is the origins of it. And it says, and these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begot Isaac. Now, for time's sake, you can read that, but I want to go to the point down here. All right. To 26. Well, let's start 25. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Now, when you go into, of course, this is, excuse, all right, to Exodus 25 and 5, I believe. All right, because it's making a comparison. it says like, so we know what that means, right? Exodus 25 and 5. It says, and ram skins dyed red, and badger skins, and shittim wood. All right, so this is expressly. So, all right, how they dyed their garments, and it's making. This is what he looked like coming out. All right. So let's go back down. 26. Hold on. All right. So once you get that, hold on again. Yeah, like we were talking about, metaphorically speaking, you're using that Exodus 25 and 5 when it describes what he looked like when he came out. Not necessarily, not hairy, no. He was red. Thus, his nation's name would be Edom, which in the Hebrew, Adawam, which means red. All right. 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and this is prophetic, and his name was called Jacob. All right. Now when we get to Jacob, I can't remember. Let's see. Is it going to do this? Yeah. Yaiquab, supplanter. All right. Yaiquab. All right. Let's see. All right. All right. As the boys grew, Jacob appeared to partake of the gentle, quiet, and retiring character of his father, and was accordingly led to prefer the tranquil safety and pleasing occupations of a shepherd's life to the bold and daring enterprises of the hunter, for which Esau had an irresistible predilection. What is that telling you? To this day, who's out there in the woods? All right, says he was a cunning hunter. All right, which is, it says, and after that came out his brother. All right, and the boys grew, 27, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man. This just told you what that means. All right, let's go to 27. All right, ain't got nothing to do with no Buddhist. That's why you got to be careful about these, all right? Let's see. Jacob was a plain man, all right? This term, either in the singular or plural, does duty for no less than 7 distinct Hebrew words, blah, 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 blah. All right. What did I tell you about in spirit? In the spirit, it's talking about what? Abel. It goes back to Genesis, the 4th chapter, all right? 3rd and 4th. But, let's see. I'm trying to get, let's see. Strong tree. Let's see, that's not what I'm looking for. Alright. It just told you in the other script. I don't know why it's beating around the bush here. Alright. Dadgummit. I think I'm hold on. Let's go to, like it's going to be 26. I didn't intend for it to take this long. That's all right. Jacob. It's going to tell you what it should have in 27. All right. Plain does not mean like, I always say like the character Urkel in Family Matters. No, not like that. but they are contrary to each other, as you can clearly see by Esau's nature. All right, this is who it's talking about, the self-professed white man. This is what he does. Jacob appeared to partake of the gentle, quiet, and retiring character of his father. All right, it was accordingly led to prefer the tranquil safety and pleasing occupations of a shepherd's life, and by contrast to the bold and daring enterprise jumping off mountains and out of airplanes and shit like that, for which Esau had an irresistible predilection. Let's look up that word predilection. All right. Predilection. A natural liking, preference, or bias in favor of something, meaning it's in his spirit to do this. All right. So there you have it. He can't help himself, as old grandma would say. All right. So yeah, that's gonna be it. It's kind of quick and to the point.
Where's bro at?
All right, bro.
Just dapped him up. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Didn't try to tear his car apart or anything like that. This is what it means when we say that again. All right. This is what. I keep doing that. Why? All right, it's a new system. I'm still getting used to it. All right, it's waiting for. Let's go back to Romans. All right, just to drill it in. All right, this is what 8:19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. This is what. All right. Let's see. All right. So that's it. Point's been made. Yeah, beautiful thing to see. All right. Again, as someone pointed out, we've been saying, all right, we almost out of here. Just hold on. All right. Hold on. So with that, I hope whoever views this, once again, has been edified. That's what we do here at Great Millstone. Filter everything through the scriptures as it should be to let you know what time that you're in. All right. And yeah, we're coming into the time is winding down on this fool's kingdom. We're almost out of here. Once again, I'd like to encourage you to remain circumspect out here, especially now. All right. Be very cautious of where you go and aware of your surroundings. Keep your eyes and ears open. So with that, until the next video, hey, shalom, 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 shalom.